Your Trapper Outdoors is brought to you by Who's Your Trapper Supply. J3 Outdoors, manufacturer of the Hags Bracket and Body Trap Spring Clip. Leatherwood Creek Trapping Scents. Who's Your Trapper Deer Scents. And Leatherwood Wildlife Art.
Okay, welcome to Episode 9, Season 11, Who's Your Trapper Outdoors. On this episode, we will actually wrap up our Kansas trip, so this will be the last episode for Kansas. The next couple up will be semi-live, and then we'll finish out the season with Arkansas. Want to mention the photo contest. It's all on the homepage of the website. There's a specific email to upload your photos through. Basically get a photo of yourself with the product from the Leatherwood line, Top Dog Predator Bait, or our deer scent with your success, and hopefully you're in the picture as well, and they'll have a drawing and have a chance to win one of 4 $100 Who's Your Trapper gift cards. So we gifted 2 to deer hunters and 2 to trappers. I want to mention the podcast that comes out every other week from the show. The last podcast we did was Trapper from Iowa, Mike Sells. If you haven't checked that out, you might take a look at it. Or take a listen to it. It's a good, interesting podcast. Mike's had quite a life. He's lived on his own since he was 15. Fought in Vietnam, became a game warden, and in Iowa, and been a trapper all those years. So, anyways, he's got a great story. So, anyways, hope you enjoy the show, and I thought we'll see you next time.
Check day 8, still rolling. Coyote number 3. Now that set had a little bit of a disturbance about 2 days ago, and I couldn't tell what it was. But that set had Top Dog jet fuel and some bobcat urine on it. So it looks a little better than the last 2. We'll see when we get up close. So. Pretty cool.
Yep.
Get up there and try and get some good photos.
All right, so we got a little bit of water along here, and there's a trail the cows made. Of course, everything else runs on that same path. Kind of a no-brainer location. We cut a little bit of a rise right there, so basically a pinch point essentially between here. So kind of a perfect location. Got the cottonwoods in the background. So.
All right, here's the remake. Liquid Fox and Coyote. Just a small hole there, not very large, not ideal for getting a big glob of Top Dog down there. So Liquid Fox and Coyote bait is a great alternative for that. The ground is super hard, so that's the reason for that. Otherwise, I would have definitely put Top Dog down. It's my favorite. Beautiful day. That's Coyote number 3. Plenty of traps to check. And Charlie's already started skinning that coyote, so skin as you go. It makes it easy, huh?
Yep. Well, this one seems kind of tough.
A little tough.
Yeah. All right, Dustin.
Check day 8.
Number 4.
Yep, 4th coyote of the day. This spot is where we caught
The first bobcat.
the first bobcat of the trip. So I think that was on check day 2, I believe. So it's kind of quiet for the past few days. But this location is perfect travel highway for all critters. It pinches down coming out of these rolling hills, funnels down. They got the fence line and there's cattle trails. It's real brushy, so it just makes sense. Everything's traveling through here. Yep. Top Dog and Predator Gravy. Can't remember what lure we had here, but regardless, they're all good. They're all good lures. take care of him, get the remake done, and we still have a few traps to check, so
Yep.
not bad. All right, here's the remake. Real sandy off this cattle trail, so nice soil to work with, easy to bed down, and a lot of places are pretty rough as far as how hard the ground is. Coyote's not the best, but it's late this time of year. Got some top dog down in the hole. There is a little bit of sheep's wool with it still, and we got one more night at this location to see if it can produce.
Yep.
Sound good, Charlie?
Sounds good.
Good deal.
Better than a day ago.
Yep. All right, that was the end of check day 8.
Check day 8, and not a bad day.
No,
Four coyotes.
4 coyotes. Warmed up, as you can see.
Had full moon night before. Of course, the day before it was like below 0 wind chills, dust bowl type wind. That all kind of settled down yesterday afternoon, and then last night just got down in the teens with the with little wind. So
Yeah, the wind has definitely calmed down.
So we caught the four coyotes. It's a pretty good day, really.
Yeah.
I mean, considering the way the coyote catching's been, which has been disappointing for sure. So
We'll take it.
yeah.
Last day tomorrow, we're gonna pull traps and start heading back. We gotta meet with the CO to get our cats tagged before we can leave the state.
Hags Trapping Products by J3 Outdoors, the most versatile and efficient trapping devices on the market.
Okay, check day 9, last day, pulling traps. First catch in the mornings is pretty nice sized coon right here.
Round and round he goes.
That's a little unusual for a coon, but anyways. Beautiful morning. Like I said, pulling traps last day, kind of bittersweet. We'll keep you posted.
Moving out of here. Still pulling traps on this last day. First coyote of the day. There was we had caught a coon on this trail. It's just a dam that from the water down to this ditch, so everything's kind of running it. This would be the third coyote on this particular piece of property. So after the coon, when I remade the set, it was more of a flat 3 punch hole type set. 3 different lures down, so. But yeah, we'll take care of him and move on. Plenty to check. That's it.
That's it.
Check day what? What is it?
Check day 9, pull traps. You know, we always say the first trap's as good as the last trap.
Yep.
Well, today the first trap was the same as the last trap, empty.
It was empty. Just caught a few things today. What we had a coon and a coyote.
Coon and a coyote, yeah.
And we had one visit from a coyote for sure.
Yeah.
But other than that, it was just quiet.
And then we only had one field really where we had to worry about cattle, and they finally found our sets, so those were stomped on. But other than that, yeah, I mean, we've been fighting a full moon, which is never good.
Yeah.
But it's been a good trip. I mean, the coyote numbers were very disappointing, but the badgers and caught quite a few coons.
We had such a mixed bag of stuff, so it was really nice to catch a variety of animals.
Yeah.
Beaver, porcupine, skunks, and badger, coyote, bobcat.
Yeah.
So it was good.
Yeah, it was a good trip. Definitely do it again. So, but you guys found anything else you want to add to that, Justin?
Nope. Keep on trapping.
Yep.
That's all I can say.
Just a little follow up from our trip from Kansas. We actually just got some furback that we had tanned that came from Kansas. We got
My first Badger, so I'm thrilled.
Justin's Badger.
Not the biggest, but, you know, I'm proud of him.
Badgers are kind of cool for those of you in the East that don't have them, like we don't have them here in Indiana. So all the fur's on their sides, and it down the middle of their back, it's not that much fur, but it's on the sides of their bodies, and I'm assuming that's just because of the way they're made, where they're going in and out of holes.
If you get one tan, keep the feet. Look at the claws.
Definitely leave the claws
Super
on.
cool.
And then raccoon, and I kind of talked about this last year, but this is clearly a Western coon, and what sets this apart as a Western, for what, nice straight hair, not woolly or kinky looking like the ones here in Indiana, but it's got these nice silver flanks, which if you look at an Indiana coon, we do not have that. You might think we do, but we don't. So that's really what sets the Western coon apart from an Eastern raccoon. So when you see that grading distinction, there's Westerns, Easterns, North Centrals, whatever. But these are definitely always the most desirable when they have those silver flanks. And then here's a bobcat from out there. Not particularly great quality cat, but it's cool to have tanned. The belly's not very wide. Spots are, the browns bleeding into the white, but still, still a cool animal.
Close.
The fur market's kind of marginal, to say the least, right now. So we get this stuff tanned, and we can sell it here in the shop, and then some of it will just, like Justin obviously is going to keep his Badger.
Yeah.
And then the Badger that I caught is in the freezer to get mounted at some point. But we're kind of like the carpenter that never gets his own repairs or buildings done, so we'll see when that happens.
I'm ashamed to say that I have critters that are probably 10 years old that need to be mounted.
Yeah, just don't get our own work done. So anyways, we just thought we'd give it a follow-up on that. We sent these to Moyle in Idaho. So Moyle Mink and Tannery, anybody can send to them. If you do send to them, it does have to be skin scraped and dried. But anyways, kind of a cool thing to do with your fur. Okay, kind of continuing with our leather with lure line description and telling you what's up. So I've got 2 gland lures here that we make, and both of these, one's a fox gland and one's a coyote gland. They're available in 1 ounce or in 4 ounce bottles. Most lures have animal glands in them, but we're going to call this a gland lure because it actually contains parts from foxes or coyotes. And then we don't make a bobcat gland lure, but that would be apply to the same for bobcat gland lures. Typically these are used as territorial attractants, or to mark a territory. That's what the premise of these are. And of course there is some curiosity there too. It's just like when your dog pees in the yard, every dog's going to come check this out. So typically gland lures, you can use them on a dirt hole set, but they're ideal on a flat set. Just put a little lure kind of on your backing or whatever, and then maybe just some urine. And if you can find a coyote or fox dropping that you save and put there with it, then that's ideal as an attractant, as a territorial infringement type attractant. So anything coming by is going to check that out. As I've mentioned in the past, usually gland lures are least effective in roughly December, maybe a little into January. And the reason for that is it's because it's after the pup dispersal. It's after the family units of the coyotes have broken up, and they're just kind of hanging out, and they really haven't got an established territory yet. So that's why they're not quite as territorial as they would be the other 11 months of the year. So these are generally effective the whole season, with the least effectiveness in the month of December. So here again, they're gland lures. We're calling them a gland lure. We've got a fox gland, we've got a coyote gland, and that's because those come from, the ingredients actually come from the coyote or fox. So I hope that helps with both use and kind of description and some background to them.
All right, awfully windy out here, but I'm gonna give it a little tour of the cabin we stayed in Kansas here. Go see what Charlie's up to. Ta-da! Nice and little cozy room. Got a double bunk over there. Couch, TV, fireplace. Little kitchen area. Bathrooms down there with a shower. Then just this little side room with a couple beds. So.
Might mention Kansas has big deer, big whitetails.
Oh yeah.
There's another good one right there too.
A lot of turkey hunting going down around here. Decent crappie right there. Nice one. We sure did see a lot of deer on this trip. Mike's been representing for us. He's been staying in here.
Yeah, we did not put those on the windows. Mike did. So.
Yeah. Cool little place. We had a good time. Time to head home.
So just give reference, we're, what, 11, 12 miles from town. We're basically 40 miles from a Walmart or a McDonald's.
Yeah. Yeah, we're out. Middle of nowhere.
All right, Q&A. So, tracks in the snow. Justin and I, we don't, and typically don't trap in much snow. We did, I don't know, 2 seasons ago or 3 seasons ago, we had snow. But anyways, we typically don't trap in the snow. But when we do, we don't get too excited about the tracks and the disturbance that we make, and we actually feel like that actually adds to the attraction of the set. You can brush them out if it makes you feel better, just right by the set. But you know, like your tracks driving in, or tracks walking in, or tracks from a four-wheeler, side by side or whatever you're using, all that's actually good ways for those animals to travel, so they can actually use your tire tracks. And I think I'm not a wilderness Canadian or Alaskan trapper, but I think they actually use those to their benefit. So for path of travel on animals. So anyways, don't sweat it. It's just fine. Leave it. And like I said, the disturbance adds even more attraction. So keep those questions coming in. We'll try to get to answering them.
Top dog predator bait. Trapping plays a very important role in modern-day wildlife management. Professional wildlife biologists monitor fur-bearer populations to maintain a healthy and sustainable harvest of this important, renewable natural resource. Trapping provides recreation and income for licensed trappers across this country.